She put her finger where? Hello again, everyone. It's me, MadameMacabre, and welcome back to another video. Welcome back if you are returning, and welcome for the first time if you're new here. I have my friend Emma here with me today.
Hello.
And we've got a special story time. For my last story time, I delved into kind of a cringy story of the past, which delved into a character some of you know as Wolfbeard. Well, Emma here was also around during the time of Wolfbeard. You may also know her from my stories as Doe. So we decided we would share another adventure. This one I think I've touched on a bit in the writings of the Miss Piggy Chronicles, but I figured you guys might enjoy hearing it straight from the source today. So we're gonna cover some particularly gruesome stories today.
Lovely ones. Very lovely. Didn't make me angry at all.
Viewer discretion, you're gonna want to puke.
I did.
So, for a little bit of context for today's story, back in the day when we were still friends with, I called her Mel in the last video. In the stories, you may also know her as Miss Piggy. That was due, for one, she was filthy. She lived in filth like a hoarder. And for two, whenever she didn't get her way, she'd make this face. She'd like scrunch. It like the shape her mouth made looked like Miss Piggy's snout.
Her nose went up.
It was like the piggy face. It just, when she didn't get her way, and so Miss Piggy, it sticks. Well, Miss Piggy, or Mel, was for a period of time engaged to Wolfbeard, as it was in the last story. Well, things fell apart because he was constantly hitting on myself, other friends, any female that breathed.
Yes.
And eventually, that didn't work out. So they broke up, even though were they living together at the time?
Oh, definitely were. Still in the same room, in the same bed. Piled with clothes, by the way.
It was always so gross. There was fleas.
Oh, it was. Oh, God, they were so bad. I even had to, help bomb the place a couple of times.
Was it you when they were moving out that you pulled the thing out of the drawer? You're trying to clean and there's a crusty old butt plug.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this isn't even related to this story, but no. The trauma goes deep. The trauma goes deep.
Oh, God, and there was banana flavored,
You get the idea. Oh, God. Okay,
No.
So, this was back when Wolfbeard and Mel had broken up, and apparently they weren't together at all. But back in this time, Emma was working a very different job. She was driving all over the place for many, many hours, and sometimes it was nice to just have somebody to go along, just keep company. So you can't blame her for when Miss Piggy was like, I'll join you. So she gave her a specific time that she was gonna leave for work. I'll go ahead and pass the reins over to Emma here now that she got the context.
Yeah, so I had to get at places at very specific times for literally the courts at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her a specific time. I got there probably about 10 minutes early. And even then.
Well, that's so you make sure she gets out on time if she's messing with coffee or something.
Yeah.
By the way, it was a service processor, so legal matters, you have to do things by a certain time. It is necessary.
Yes, to to have specific qualifications covered. Certain time frames of the day had to happen. And so I show up early even, and I'm just sitting there because I know instantly. She takes forever. Probably still does. I'm talking like I still talk to her. I don't. You can guess why. So she takes forever at coming out, always. But after about the 10 minutes, like, after the time frame, like, I told her specifically, I'm texting her 5 minutes later going, hey, where are you? What are you doing? Like, because I expected her to be, like, out the door, because she said, hey, I'll be right out the door.
And wasn't it her that contacted you about joining you? Like, you didn't ask her, she asked you to join.
Yes, and it was a couple of days in advance, so she knew this was the day. And, like, 30 minutes after I get there, so, like, 20 minutes even later than what...
You're gonna start getting mad at that point.
Oh, I was furious. Like, I was gearing up to leave when she walked out the door. Like, I had it in reverse to leave because I was so done. I was like, I have to go. She comes out with this look on her face, like the smuggest look. Like, the smuggest look.
I was gonna say a shit-eating grin, but I feel like that's dangerous where this is about to go.
A literal, almost too literal. Okay, so she comes out with that smug look.
She gets in your car.
Oh, and then stops and then turns to me and was like, so you want to know what I was doing? And I'm like, no. Like, at that point, I was so mad. I was like, no, I don't really care. But then she goes into this anyways.
Oh, God.
And she was like, so, you know, Wolfbeard was about to go in the shower, right? And he just came up to me. I was like, started this conversation about, you know, I've never felt my prostate before.
That sounds like a personal problem, bro.
Exactly. And I don't know how he talked her into doing this, but apparently when he went into the shower, she decided to follow him.
And they're not dating. They're not dating.
They're not dating. They're not engaged. They're not even... I don't know what they were anymore.
I don't think anyone knows what they are.
I don't know. So apparently she follows him in there. And she says she put on a glove.
Like, I believe that. Girl, you got cockroaches in your kitchen. I don't believe you got gloves lying around.
No.
Also, I realized I had, like, lipstick. So if I have, like, lipstick on my teeth for the majority of this video, sorry, I just noticed it.
Hey.
Oops. This story got me a mess.
It's one of them.
So she put on a glove and just kind of...
she was, and she, like, okay, with that face of hers and that expression. And she, like, the way she told the story was... like, I was angry, right?
She'd get all excited and her eyes would almost, like, bulge out of her head like a chihuahua. Get excited and be like,
like, they were, like, protruding. And just, she got that expression on her face, and, like, I was so mad. But then, I don't know where that anger went, but I just went,
horror.
I just, like, died inside, I think. Because, first off, you're at least 20 minutes late. And this is what you're telling me you did.
You made me late for work.
For this. Okay, so she was telling me she put on the glove. She went rooting in there for like 5 minutes.
Like a truffle pig looking for treasure.
Yeah, truffle pig. Oh my god. And she never found a truffle. Wait, no, okay. Problem. Okay. So she didn't find the prostate for one. Disappointment for both of them, I guess.
She found something else though.
She did. And as she was telling me the story, she like made like she was pulling it out, right? And went with that like thing, that piggy face, and was like, you didn't take a poop yet today, have you? And she was telling me this as I was so mad. And she was talking about how there was this glove on the glove.
The glove.
the glove. I didn't expect.
You best wash your hands before you got my vehicle.
Right? You opened my door with that hand. I hope you wore a glove. And like, she was telling me that, and going like, you didn't take a poop today. And
like she's proud of herself.
She was so proud. Oh my God, she was like so happy to like have had that story just to tell me. Like I wasn't angry about the fact she just made me late so she could root around in her not boyfriend, not fiance's arse.
Well, I'm traumatized. And I've heard this story before. I've written it down, but just well, I am so sorry for you guys who didn't know what you're getting into. I will go ahead and try and remember to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video to not eat anything while you listen to this story.
I'm not sorry. If I had to live through it, y'all get it too.
But I hope you guys found this story entertaining. It's definitely disgusting, but you can't deny that that's some entertainment. Okay, well, wow, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. If you guys want to hear more stories about these people in the future, feel free to let me know. Or if you've had crazy, I don't know if, and honestly, if anyone else has had this similar of a situation. If you are the one in a million that had this exact experience or something like this, feel free to share in the comments below, because I would be amazed. But anyway, that's all we have got for you guys today. I'm sorry if you're new here. We're not always like this. I mean, we are sometimes. Anyway, that's all we have for today. I will see you all again next time with another video. But until then, remember, stay creepy.